Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you another makeup tutorial. This time I'm going to be doing just an eyeshadow look. I'm actually not going to be doing a full face tutorial because I just got my hands on this lovely little eyeshadow palette from Makeup Academy. So I wanted to create a look using this palette to show you guys. I just picked this up by recommendation from Tati at Glam Life Guru. She is an amazing YouTube beauty blogger, so if you've never seen her videos, you should definitely check her out. And she was raving about two of the other palettes by Makeup Academy. So, you know, I had some extra bucks at CVS. I decided, why not give it a try? She actually did not review this palette, which is the Smokey eyeshadow palette. So I thought that it would be fun to try something totally different out. So I hope you guys like this eyeshadow look, and hopefully you'll find the tutorial to be pretty easy to follow. I also tried to use other drugstore products as well, so that way, you know, you guys have some more affordable options for doing your eye makeup. Side note, I hope you guys, or I don't know if you noticed any difference, but I actually just changed my setup a little bit and I got a light. I'm so excited for filming my videos, so now I feel like my lighting should be much better when I'm filming tutorials for you guys. So without me rambling on too much more, let's get on into it. Alright, so as I said before, we're just going to be doing eyes in this tutorial. So I've already got the rest of my makeup on, and I'll definitely list all the products that I use down below in case you're curious about anything else that I'm wearing. So let's get things started by priming our eyes. I'm going to be using the NYX HD Eyeshadow Primer, which is pretty much my go-to. I've been using this for a while. I think it's a great dupe for the NARS from Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, which is probably my all-time favorite eye primer, but is very expensive. So this works just as well and is like a fraction of the price. So you just kind of throw a little bit of this on and then you blend it in with your fingers. And it's nice because it's translucent, so pretty much anybody can use this, no matter what their skin tone is. And this is basically just going to make our eyeshadows not only stay put, but it'll also make them more vibrant. So definitely eyeshadow primer, if you're going to do any kind of intense eye makeup look, is a must. So now that our eyes are primed, I'm going to start by busting out this lovely palette here. So I'm going to start out by putting a base color on the lid. I'm going to use this caramel shade that's in the bottom left corner of the palette. And I'm going to apply this using the e.l.f. Cosmetics eyeshadow C brush, which is just your standard, you know, paddle brush. It has a very curved top, and this is nice for just, you know, packing in shadow to the lid. So I am going to start just by basically patting this on to the lid and working my way up to the crease. We're not going to get this up too high, just into like that lower portion of the crease, so that way it'll give us a little bit of a transition that we can blend with the next color. Alright, so next I'm going to go in with this taupey gray sort of shade, and I'm going to apply this with an e.l.f. contour brush, which is a round brush with a domed top, and it's a little bit more dense, and it's nice for applying sort of colors to a more concentrated area, but it's still very soft, so it doesn't like feel like pick up too much product. So I'm just going to kind of windshield wiper this into the crease. And you want to use a really light touch, like you don't need to press very hard, and you don't need to pick up a ton of product either, because you can always build. All right, now I'm just gonna take a Sonia Kashuk crease brush, and I'm just gonna kind of gently blend the edge of that color, just so that way it doesn't have any kind of harsh transition. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with, this brown shade in the palette, and this is pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna use my same contour brush again, and I'm just gonna dab a tiny little bit of this onto the brush. You don't need a lot. And I'm gonna start in the outer V, and I'm just gonna gently blend this. I'm gonna take it down along the lashes a little bit, and then up into the crease. When I was swatching these, this color wasn't my favorite in the palette in terms of quality. It seemed a little bit patchy, but it appears to be, like, on the eye, blending out a little bit more nicely. All right, so now I'm gonna go in, and I'm actually just gonna use my finger to put this shade on. I'm gonna use this pinkish color, and I'm basically just going to pat this on to the center of the eye and work it towards the inner tear duct. And this is a really nice, just shimmery shade that will add a bit of lightness. And I'm going to go back in with my contour brush, and I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that deep brown shade, just a teeny tiny bit, and I'm going to buff that back into the V and right along the lower lashes again. And I'm going to just ever so lightly take the brush and just dust it right along the entire edge of the crease. Basically, there's almost no product left on the brush because you really don't want to, like, have a lot of dark color towards the middle of the eye. I think I'm going to go back in a little bit with that taupey gray shade. I don't know if you can see this taupey gray shade that we started off with. And I'm just going to blend a little bit more of that into the mid portion of the crease, just to kind of soften things up. I really like this color. I think it's so pretty. It's so sort of metallic. It's really nice. Alright, so I'm going to wipe off the excess product off of my eyeshadow C brush, and then I'm going to go in with this light cream matte shadow, and I'm going to apply this on the brow bone and blend this. This shade I was hoping would be a little bit more pigmented than it was. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. And I'm going to take some product along the edge of the brush, and I'm just going to dab it into the inner corner of the eye. Alright, so I'm going to next grab a small angled brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to take that same dark brown shade and I'm going to basically use this to apply almost like eyeliner underneath the lower lash line and just kind of smoke things out a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to wipe all the shadow off of that brush, and now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. I'm going to be using this gel eyeliner from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible Lacquer liner, and it's in Blackest Black. And this has actually really impressed me with how good that it is for a drugstore gel eyeliner. I think it's really just as good as any of the high-end brands. It's really creamy, and it's really just like a super, super black liner. If you're somebody who struggles with eyeliner, a gel pop formula like this actually may be kind of a nice starting place for you because it glides on so easily, but it's not as wet and kind of tricky as liquid eyeliner can be, so it's a little bit more forgiving. So I am just going to start at the outside corner. I like to kind of work outside in and then I draw my wing. So we'll start I'm going to hug the lash line, and then sometimes I find getting the inner part of my eye, it's actually easier for me to do when my eye is open. And I want to keep the line relatively thin at first because you can always build it up at the outer corner, but it is much harder to tone it down if you go a little overboard in the beginning. So I'm just going to draw a tiny wing. Basically, your wing you want to think about is actually coming up from the bottom lash line. Alright, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so now that my liner's on, I'm going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. I am going to use my Tweezerman eyelash curler, although there are definitely some great options at the drugstore if you don't want to shell out a ton of money for an eyelash curler. I think Revlon makes a pretty decent one, which is what I used to use before I got this one. Alright, for my mascara, I'm going to be using Maybelline's Lash Sensational, one of my favorites from the drugstore. I basically am obsessed with this stuff. And when it comes to mascara, you really want to like wiggle at the root and pull up to really build up some volume at the root of the lash. So there you have it. This is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I think it came out really nice actually. I'm pretty impressed with the quality of these eyeshadows. So I'll definitely be posting the link to the full review of this palette for you guys that I will write up for my blog. You know, overall, I think this is actually a really great palette. Some shadows perform better than others, but for the most part, especially if you use eye primer, you get a lot of pigmentation out of these, and they're pretty smooth and easy to blend. So definitely would recommend checking this palette out if you are looking for something affordable. You know, you don't want to invest in a super expensive makeup palette to make some more smoky eyed looks. So yeah, if you guys have any comments or you know have some ideas from any other tutorials you'd like me to do in the future, definitely write me a comment down below and let me know. If you like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up. I definitely appreciate it. And subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me in the future. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!